very appreciative of South Florida to make this trip. This is something we had been working on for really a short period of time, and they were willing to do it. We were at one time trying to find a spot down there to play so we could experience a road game, but it just didn't work out. And for them to bus all the way up here this morning and bus back tonight, and then they have a scrimmage tomorrow too. So Billy did a great job getting them here, and it was a very efficient day. It was very productive, and that's a good long 12 innings. We needed it. They clearly enjoyed it. So very productive day.
I know you've been telling the guys all fall that when you string together quality at bats, good things are going to happen. For that fourth inning, that big inning in the fourth, with all those good at bats, so just how good was that to see?
No, it was really nice, and you're not always going to have that many, but when you can string 5, 6, 7 in a row and you mix in some extra base hits, that's how you can put big numbers on the board. And I think we only scored in that one inning, but the magnitude of that was huge in the course of the game. I thought our base running was good. We got into the short game a little bit here and there, and I think all of it might have shown itself at some point in that inning. And the guys are learning, and I think our system gives some variety to them offensively, but at the end of the day, the pitch selection and what they're doing and handling two-strike hitting, that's important, and that was really the essence of that inning.
Carson, Wyatt, and Baum all seem to be maybe at their sharpest today. Just how good was it to see those guys finish this fall just with a strong outing each?
Yeah, it was outstanding, and there's so much more in the tank for those guys. Carson, we're trying to dive into the metrics a little bit to try to continue to help him and hone his stuff, and clearly when that fastball's down with that kind of velocity, that's where it's most effective. And he can also go up. His cutter has been something that he's had. I think we found a way to maybe use it a little more productively. Slider's a plus pitch, and he's athletic and controls the game. Phenomenal. Wyatt was the best I've seen him. All of his pitches were on point. His fastball had life. The slider was firm late. The changeup was good, and he was in control of it. And Baumeister, again, probably the best I've seen him. And when you can start to get into the 94s, 95, 96, and there's more in there, that alone is effective. Now he's got to continue to work to keep it down. His will also work up, but I still think the emphasis needs to be down. And the two breaking balls, both different, and I think he's still hunting how to finish with those and really maximize each of those characteristics within the pitch. Changeup, good, in control. It was really nice, and he has a nice demeanor on the mound. He obviously enjoys competing, and those guys were good.
Cam started and capped off that fourth inning with the 2-run homer to the backside, and played solid defense today with a couple of those slow rollers. Just what have you liked from him this fall, and how exciting has it been to watch him?
He's a special person, number one. He shows up every day. His attitude is very good, and the skills start to display themselves the more we watch. You see the ability to handle things defensively. Those were tricky plays at third base, and he's so rangy and runs well, but has the soft enough hands and the finish to keep the ball in the lane from that tight angle throwing from third base. It can be a little tricky, but he's got everything you could ask for an infielder to have, throwing from angles, and then when he needs the arm strength, he's got it. And he just continues each day to get a little bit better at third, and he clearly could play other infield positions, and I'm not ruling that out, but it fits right now. And offensively, just the presence in the box, the physicality, the use of the field, every day in batting practice, you see him hit balls to various parts of the park in ways that you don't normally see every day, and he does it every day. Game planning and the pitch selection and the approaches when we get into this kind of setting, that will continue to help his game evolve.
I know when we talked before the fall, you'd said by the end of fall you wanted to be in a spot where you felt like the team could go out there and play a competitive game. Just with this being your guys' last exhibition, where do you guys feel you're at, and how pleased are you with the team overall? I'm really pleased. I think we're close. There's some nuances of things that still need to be honed and perfected a little bit. It's not as clean as it should be in some moments of the game. I think in general I'm seeing signs of it, but there are some pieces that we need to clean up. We could go play right now. We could go play. I think the systematic knowledge is there. The understanding of why we're doing what we're doing is there, and we're not calling pitches. So there's a point when we handle that, and Chuck has a better sense of the scouting report and more knowledge of how our own pitchers work best. That will recalibrate some things and hopefully make it easier. Right now we want the pitchers and catchers to throw it, and
we don't know them any better than they know themselves right now. So we want them to have that advantage, and they can shake and get to what they want to. But that will also be a part of it that'll help once we take that off of some of the catchers that really haven't seen the scouting reports to the depth we have.